Beautiful.
Well, Connors giving McEnroe the option to serve again, which McEnroe took, and takes him to 40-30. So it's from one extreme to the other. Sportsmanlike behaviour from Jimmy Connors to the extreme, calling the let and giving McEnroe another service. But the psychological battle continues from John McEnroe. The question calls, the body language, the time he takes between services. McEnroe of old. Well, that's a very wayward shot from John McEnroe, lofting the ball on the half volley. And the attempt at the drop shot, lacking the pace needed. 40-love Connors. 3 games all, first set. Jimmy Connors with his first double fault. Oh, delightful tennis. These two have had some battles over the years. The crowd here remember the best of them, and they're being treated to a vintage display. McEnroe at full stretch, reaching that on the forehand. 40-30. And a clumsy mistake really from John McEnroe on that occasion, drawing Jimmy Connors into the net, but his drop shot again for the second time in that game was short. Connors leads 4-3, first set. We'll take a break now. Welcome back. New balls for John McEnroe to serve at Jimmy Connors. He trails 3-4, first set. And again, the mistakes are coming very much from John McEnroe, whether it's a lack of concentration or just a lack of match practice. But errors that in his heyday would seldom occur are coming thick and fast. play from Connors. The tightest of angles. And McEnroe left standing and staring. Connors reached this on the backhand, top spin. McEnroe watched it land in. Fine reaction play that time from John McEnroe. His volley was short this time. Connors could have gone either way with that one. McEnroe guessed right. 15-30. Second double fault for John McEnroe. Gives 2 break points to Jimmy Connors. Again, he takes plenty of time between services. I don't think he seriously thought that that service was in. I think that was more of a frustrated look. And he'll be frustrated again by that blistering return from J.S. Connors. Service played right to Connors' forehand. He just stabbed at it, but picked his spot. McEnroe unable to reach, lunging to his left. Connors moves to a 5-3 advantage opening set and serving now for the first set. Well played John McEnroe on that occasion. No mistake with the overhead. Connors way short on the lob. Miss hit from McEnroe on that occasion. 15-all. And again, the defensive play from both competitors from the back of the court has left something to be desired. McEnroe's taken the opportunity to rest his legs. Fine stuff. Connors comes out of that one on top. And there's no doubting the entertainment value of this match. And as long as John McEnroe continues to mind his P's and Q's, then this will be the perfect finale to what has been an enthralling tournament. Jimmy Connors, 43 years of age now, the winner of 109 singles titles in his career, has 2 set points. But needs only one. 6-3. The score in the opener in favour of Jimmy Connors. And the truth be told, he has been all over John McEnroe. McEnroe must now compose himself and come back in the second. Welcome back to the Jakob in Basel, where John McEnroe has lost the first set to Jimmy Connors, 6 games to 3. And there have been moments of McEnroe of old. As yet, nothing has developed into anything sinister like it did in yesterday's semi. McEnroe has kept his tongue clean. Lovely start for Connors. Again, McEnroe backpedaling for the overhead. Unable to get enough power behind the smash and pushed it into the net. Oh, fine return from Jimmy Connors. Had time. The second service from John McEnroe was played short. Sat up nicely for Connors. And he picked his spot perfectly, just inside the tram line. Good start in the second for Connors, love 30. Well, Jimmy Connors is playing some fabulous tennis here. This forehand pass. Keeping McEnroe pinned right on the baseline. Moving in from side to side. McEnroe unable to advance. Eventually he does. This shot just gives him the opportunity. Plays that backhand, Connors pounces. Love 40. Just out there. Connors is taking his chance with everything, really. And the way the match has gone so far, he must feel that the luck is very much on his side. He's having fun. John McEnroe, it would appear, isn't enjoying the occasion quite as much. Just needs to relax in order to get back into the game. He's tense. 15-40. Well, he questions the call again. He's staring at the line. He won't see a mark of any description indoors. Well, I think it's probably all part of the show, and providing he keeps it to that level and doesn't let it go over the top like he did yesterday, that's fine. It's out.
30-40.
casting these sinister glances at the line judges. Looks good kill. John McEnroe would be in jail many times over.
Deuce.
It's a fine reply though. Deuce. McEnroe's fourth ace of the match. There is some of the sting of years past left in that first service when he gets it right. Lovely lob from Connors. McEnroe scuttling back. It's long. Both men still remarkably quick around the court. Connors now 43, McEnroe 36.
Deuce.
John McEnroe, 4 times US Open champion, twice the champion of Wimbledon, 3 times the Masters champion. In total, John McEnroe in his career won 17 Grand Slam titles in singles and doubles. The last one was in 1992 at Wimbledon when he won the men's doubles with Michael Stich. And McEnroe begins the second set more effectively than he did the first. He leads by 1 game to love. First set Connors 6-3. Well, John McEnroe, his career saw him win 77 singles titles and 77 doubles titles. Jimmy Connors, the winner of 109 titles in singles. And Connors remained in the top 10, incredibly, from 1973 to 1988.
Time.
McEnroe and Connors remembered in their matches in the big finals, but in fact they only really met twice in the major championships. They both times at Wimbledon, one apiece. They never met in the final of the US Open, nor in the final of the French or the Australian. The centre court at Wimbledon was where the battles were really played out, and the 82 5-set victory by Connors is the one that sticks in most people's minds. Connors, twice the Wimbledon champion, 4 times the runner-up. Oh, Jimmy Connors, what a shot that was, the overhead. He had John McEnroe completely fooled, but the build-up to the winning point was spectacular. McEnroe went for the lob here. Connors sending the ball completely the opposite direction to that expected by McEnroe. Ball right on the line. The luck beginning perhaps to go the way of John McEnroe. 30-15 now.
And
it's Connor's turn to be a little careless. Glimmer of hope for McEnroe to get back into this game now.
game pass. 1 game off.
So one is even in the second set. Game's going with service so far, 1-all. McEnroe looks as unhappy about everything as he did right at the start of the game, unlike Connors, who has his moments of, yep, I'm really enjoying this, thank you very much, on his face. Incredible to think it's 18 years since these two first met on a tennis court. And essentially their games remain the same. The service action for both of them is very familiar. Style of play is very familiar. The rackets have changed, although they were some of the last to stay with the smaller rackets. Connors stayed for ages with the old Wilson T2000. McEnroe with his old Max Ply.
Love 30.
And if you look at John McEnroe's service action here, though the racket head is bigger and the man is older, the movements are pretty much as they were 17, 18 years ago. He doesn't perhaps get quite as low as he does on the build-up, but the same arched back, throws the racket head at the service. Sets himself up sideways onto the baseline. Absolutely unique, but very effective. As was that pass from Jimmy Connors. Good service from McEnroe. It had some zip in it, and the return there was beautiful too, but Connors read it. Two-handed backhand, and again, an impossible angle. 2 break points for Jimmy Connors. And the ball was in. McEnroe can't believe how unlucky he's been this evening, but that was a classic case of misjudgment. Jimmy Connors gets the break in the second set. He goes to 2-1, having won the first set by 6-3, and that was McEnroe's reaction. So perhaps the light-heartedness coming back into the competition now. Jimmy Connors, US Open, 5 times a winner, twice runner-up. Wimbledon, twice a champion, 4 times a runner-up. His victories at Wimbledon, once against Ken Rosewall, once against John McEnroe himself. 4 times he was a second-place man, losing on the first occasion to the late, great Arthur Ashe, on 2 occasions to Bjorn Borg, and on 1 occasion to the man he's facing here right now in the Jakobshalle in Basel, John McEnroe. He also won 1 Australian Open title and was runner-up in that tournament on 1 occasion as well. "15 Grand Slam titles between them, these two. Connor was absolutely aware that McEnroe wasn't ready.
15 love.
Connor's slightly snatching at the volley on that occasion. Footing McEnroe completely that time. Return from McEnroe was short. Connor's into the net. Backhand volley pushed to McEnroe's forehand side, and he was already away onto his backhand side. No chance of getting back in time. So Connors has 2 points now for a 3-1 advantage in the second set. And a little overzealous on that one, John McEnroe. And then the game goes to Jimmy Connors. Wasn't a difficult volley to put away. But there's the net result. 3-1. Jimmy Connors leads in the second. Well, if John McEnroe is to have any chance really in this match, he must at least hold his service now. It's overruled, and it's given as an ace, and that's is ace number 5 for John McEnroe. Well, Connors continues to entertain, and it's kind of his way of exercising a little bit of gamesmanship as well. McEnroe chooses the more sinister side. Connors jokes and gets some banter going. Paid off on that occasion. 30-15. Oh, that would have been, but it wasn't. And 40-15 for McEnroe. Again, moments of carelessness from John McEnroe. There have been many unforced errors in this match, which really, if you look back, have probably cost him the first set. And they seem to continue now in the second. Still serving at 40-30 to go 2-3 in the second. And an ace. Ace number 6 for John McEnroe. Pushing that service too fast and too wide for Jimmy Connors. Well, it's quite nicely poised. The break still with J.S. Connors. He leads in the second set by 3-2, having won the first. Welcome back. Connors serving at 3-2, second set.
First set.
Well, the lobs from back of court haven't worked at all this evening for John McEnroe. Seems to have been a little bit timid with his attempts at the passing shot and has gone for the lob every time. Unlike Connors, who's been much more adventurous in his choice of strokes. And it's very much one-way traffic at this stage. Well, the grunts and groans are coming from both players. Connors with a deep service, followed it up at the service line. And again, just snatching at the volley a little bit into the net, 30-15. Oh, lovely play from Jimmy Connors. So many options with the high ball played from John McEnroe. It was a nice wide service. McEnroe was sent lunging. Connors had time to think about it and went for the backhand drive volley. Not an easy shot. Played beautifully. 40-15. Just out. Fabulous control on the final volley from Jimmy Connors. give him the game. Again, a wide service. This time he stays back. Waits for the opportunity to make McEnroe run, come in, and just a little bit of stop on that volley to put it out of harm's way, away from McEnroe. 4-2. And things beginning to look slightly ominous for JP McEnroe now. Trailing 2-4, second set. Ace number 7 from John McEnroe. Well, McEnroe playing the baseline game well, keeping Connors pinned to the back of the court, not letting him have the opportunity to come in by playing each of his shots deep. Anything short, Jimmy Connors will pick up on and immediately follow up. McEnroe not giving him the chance. That lob again, it's been troubling him, and that's 5 or 6 times that Connors has pushed the ball wide and deep for McEnroe to chase and play the forehand lob, and we've yet to see one have any effect really at all. Pinpoint precision from Jimmy Connors again on the service return.
39.
Gets his body right behind it and beyond the outstretched arm of John McEnroe. Danger signs now flashing red for John McEnroe. 2-4, 30 all. And a careless volley from John McEnroe gives a break point to Jimmy Connors. Crowd enthralled by this confrontation. Final of the Tournament of Champions. And 2 great champions on court. Oh, wonderful, wonderful tennis.
This.
And the reactions from both players, quite phenomenal. Good service from McEnroe. Connors stays back. Again, the ball moving around so quickly, and eventually McEnroe flicking it up over Jimmy Connors' head. Had a good try, but just short of it. Volley from Connors. McEnroe for once trying to pass his opponent at the net. Connors aware and awake to the possibility. Punched return from Connors. McEnroe backpedaling, plays that on the half volley. Connors plays this wide. Attempt at the pass, read beautifully by Connors, and then he puts away the volley. Again, Jimmy Connors has break points. Oh, it's just wide. Lovely idea from Jimmy Connors. And the luck has gone his way so far this evening, so why not try that indeed? Well, the tempo of the match has really been lifted in this second set, and the capacity 9,000 crowd here in the Jakobshalle in Basel this evening are being given a treat. I'm sure they probably never thought they would see, and will certainly never forget. Well played. Good, aggressive, attacking tennis from John McEnroe. And he saves 2 break points to bring himself to advantage. This for a more respectable scoreline of 3-4 in the second set. Jimmy Connors with the honour at 4-3, second set.
15.
This tournament now down to 2 players. Such names as Bjorn Borg, Guillermo Vilas, Brian Gottfried, Roger Taylor, Jan Kodesh, already been and gone. Only Connors and McEnroe remain.
30 plus.
Number 2 seed McEnroe struggling now against the number 1 seed Jimmy Connors, who, although not playing for prize money, is playing for a place in the lineup in next week's big ATP tournament in this very stadium.
40 plus.
Ilya Nastasi and Jochen Nystrom, 2 other notables who have since departed proceedings here. And McEnroe somehow manages to stop the rot in the match, but only momentarily. Jimmy Connors is playing like a young man. And his first ace takes him to 5-3 in the second. John McEnroe will be serving to stay in the match. .35, McEnroe in trouble. And an acrobatic display from John McEnroe. Serve was long, he followed through, and a little hop and a skip. Ooh.
Love 15.
And again, the errors that McEnroe of old would have dealt with, just pushed into the net. Connors can afford to take a few chances now. The luck has been on his side very much during this match. And it was on that occasion, that ball just clipping the net cord. Good service from McEnroe. Connors had to stretch, but it took him by surprise. The angle changed after it had clipped the net. McEnroe unable to react in time to deal with the ball. McEnroe pulling on all his experience now, pushing Jimmy Connors to the side of the court. Two-handed backhand, unable to produce the power required to get that ball up. And the banter continues. 40-30 in favour of John McEnroe now. So perhaps he won't have the indignity of losing this match on a service game. But even if he wins this game, Connors will be serving still for the match. Sheer frustration now creeping into John McEnroe's game. And sensibly, he composes himself, paces around a little. And a brief reprieve for John McEnroe. Another ace from John McEnroe. His 8th in all, to bring the scoreline to a more respectable 5 games to 4 in favour of Jimmy Connors still in the second set. Connors the winner of the first set by 6 games to 3. And as you can see from that scoreline, Connors will now be serving for the title. And if Jimmy Connors does come through, he will be involved in the big tournament here next week. $1 million prize money up for grabs. And that will be his first appearance in an ATP match for some time. There's Bjorn Borg watching on. Borg beaten by McEnroe in that ill-tempered semi-final. Ill-tempered, obviously, on the part of McEnroe and not be on board. 6-3, 4-6, 7-5. The scoreline in that match, that eventually going the distance. Borg unlucky, in fact. He came through quite easily against Guillermo Vilas. That was a very entertaining game in the quarterfinals. Two adversaries putting together a fine display. And now these two will decide the final. Jimmy Connors serves for the title. And you can sense that McEnroe can see it slipping away. Connors remains focused and concentrated. It's wide and long, 30 love. Connors inches even closer. And McEnroe beginning to look a little desperate. Two is long, and 3 championship points for Jimmy Connors. Well, he can afford to take his time, really, and just enjoy seeing this one out. What a brilliant finish for Jimmy Connors on the volley from the centre of the court, putting it way out of John McEnroe's reach. And he takes the Tournament of Champions here in Basel. 2 sets to love, 6-3, 6-4. Contested in fairly good spirits, in fact, compared to yesterday's nightmare. John McEnroe not going over to shake the umpire's hand. But apart from that, a match contested in the finest of spirits, and a happy Jimmy Connors. The 43-year-old American sees off the 36-year-old American in what may perhaps be their last meeting in a major championship. Hope you enjoyed it. From me, Matt Chilton. Bye for now.